I have 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6, which is nothing but 3 times 2 equals 6. So this is multiplication and it is repeated addition. Let's do it the other way around. 6 minus 2 equals 4. 4 minus 2 equals 2. 2 minus 2 equals 0. And then if I keep on subtracting 2, I get answer in the negative. So in short, I'm going reverse. I'm going in subtraction. So it is called as division. And just as I find out the product in multiplication, here in division, I find out the quotient. I have answer which is 3, 4, 6 divided by 2. I can write 6 equals 2 times 3 plus 0. So 6 is the dividend, 2 is the divisor, 3 is the quotient, and no remainder is left out. So 2 goes exactly 3 times in 6. In some cases, remainder is not 0. Some remainder is left out. So I have, like, for example, 7 divided by 2. So first I subtract 2 from 7, I get answer 5. 5 minus 2 equals 3. 3 minus 2 equals 1, and then I get answer in the negative. So I can write 7 equals 2 times 3 plus 1. So 7 is the number that is divided, which is the dividend. 2 is the number that divides, which is the divisor. 3 is the answer of the division, and remainder 1 is left out in this case for 7 divided by 2. Remainder is the part that is left out as a result of the division, and quotient is the answer of division. I denote division by this sign, 6 divided by 2, or as a fraction, 6 by 2. Now I will go through the sign of the answer of division in sign number division. So when the dividend and divisor are of the same sign, the sign of the answer of division is positive. And when the dividend and divisor are of the opposite sign, the sign of the answer of division is negative. So I just take an example, which is 10 divided by 2. I can write it as 10 with the division sign in between, or 10 over 2. It is one and the same thing. So I know that 10 divided by 2 equals 5. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 10. So go the other way around. 2 goes exactly 5 times in 10. So 10 divided by 2 equals 5. If both the dividend and the divisor are of the same sign, then the answer is positive 5. If they are again of the same sign, if both are negative, the answer is again positive 5. Here I take negative 1 as a factor both in the numerator and denominator, and negative 1 cancels out and the answer is positive 5. Suppose if I have negative 10 divided by 2, the negative sign moves outside the fraction and the answer is negative 5. Again, if I have 10 divided by negative 2, then the negative sign moves out and the answer is negative 5. Now, if a number is divided by 1, the answer is the number itself. If a number is divided by negative 1, the answer is the opposite of the number. If a number is divided by itself, the answer is 1. If the number is divided by its opposite, the answer is negative 1. Now let's continue, and I go through some examples of long division. So here keep in mind, when the dividend and divisor is of different signs, then the answer is negative. But here I'll consider only cases where dividend and divisor is of the same sign, that is the positive sign. I denote long division by the long division bracket, which is written like this, and the dividend comes inside the bracket. The dividend comes inside the bracket. The divisor is written to the left of the bracket, and the quotient is written on top of the bracket. So whatever quotient I find out, it is written on top of the bracket. So let's consider the first sum, which is 48 divided by 4. 48 is the dividend, 4 is the divisor. So I have to consider the first digit of the dividend, which is 4, and the divisor is also 4. So 4 goes exactly once in 4. So 1 is the quotient. I write 1 in the quotient space. I multiply that 1 in the quotient with 4 in the divisor, write the product over here and subtract the product from the dividend. Answer is 0. Then I bring the next digit down, which is 8. So the next dividend, the new dividend is 8. 4 goes exactly twice in 8. So I write 2 in the quotient space, multiply that 2 with 4, and the product I subtract from the dividend. Answer is 0. So the dividend is 48, divisor is 4, quotient is 12, and remainder is 0. The next sum is 56 divided by 5. Again consider the first digit of the dividend. It is 5. 5 goes exactly once in 5. So I write 1 in the quotient space, multiply that 1 with 5, write the product below 5 and subtract it. Answer is 0. Bring the next digit down, that is 6. 5 goes exactly once in 6. So I write 1 in the quotient space and multiply that 1 with 5 and write the product below 6 and subtract it, and the answer is 1. So remainder 1 is left out. The dividend is 56, divisor is 5, quotient is 11, and remainder 1 is left out. The next sum is 728 divided by 7. Again consider the first digit of 728, which is 7. 7 goes exactly once, so I write 1 in the quotient space, multiply that 1 with 7, subtract it from 7 and get 0. Bring the next digit down, which is 2. Now 2 is 2 less for 7. 7 doesn't go once also in 2, so it's not enough. So I write 0 in the quotient space. In any such case where the digit of the dividend that I bring down, it is less than the divisor, then I write 0 in the quotient. I multiply the 0 with 7 and subtract it from 2, which I write answer is 2. And then I bring the next digit down, which is 8. Now 7 goes exactly 4 times in 8. So I write 4 in the quotient space. And 4 I multiply with 7, subtract that product from 28, answer is 0. So in this case, the dividend is 728. The divisor is 7. Quotient is 104. Remainder is 0. Again, I will write down this dividend, divisor, quotient, remainder. Now I do another sum, 1618 divided by 16. So I consider the first digit of the dividend, which is 1. It is not enough for 16. So I consider the first two, which is 16. And 16 goes exactly once in 16. So I write 1 in the quotient space, multiply that 1 with 16 and the product as subtract, I get 0. Then I bring the next digit down, which is 1, and which is not enough for the divisor. So I write 0 in the quotient space, multiply that with the divisor and subtract that product, which is 0, and the answer is 1. Then I bring the next digit down, which is 8. So the new dividend is 18. 16 goes exactly once in 18. So I write 1 in the quotient space, multiply that 1 with 16 and subtract 16 from 18, and answer is 2. So remainder 2 is left out. So the dividend is 1618. The divisor is 16. The quotient is 101 and the remainder 2 is left out. Then the next sum, a slightly bigger one, is 14,356 divided by 113. Consider the first digit of the dividend, not enough. Second digit, not enough. The first three digits, 143. So 113 goes exactly once in 143. So I write 1 in the quotient space, multiply that quotient with 113 Subtract the product from 143 and the answer is 30. Bring the next digit down, which is 5. So I have 305. 113 goes exactly twice in 305. Let's check out. 113 plus 113 gives 226. Whereas if 226, if I add 113 to that, then I'll get 339, which exceeds 305. So it goes exactly twice in 305. So I write 2 in the quotient space, multiply that 2 with 113 and the answer is 226. I subtract from 305. I go on subtracting 9 and 15 minus 6 equals 9. 9 minus 2 equals 7. I bring the next digit of dividend down, which is 796. Now 113 goes exactly 7 times in 796. 113 times 7 is equals 791. You can check it out on the calculator. And if I do 113 times 8, it will be more than 796. So 113 times 7, it goes 7 times in 796 and it equals 791, which I subtract, and remainder 5 is left out. So what is the dividend? The dividend is 14,356. The divisor is 113. The quotient is 127 and the remainder is 5. So we checked out examples of long division. Now I check out some word problems in division. So the first word problem is, suppose I have rupees 42 in my bank and I spend rupees 7 every day. For how many days can I spend like this and what is left out? So I have rupees 42 and I spend rupees 7 every day. For how many days the money is there, and after spending for those many days, what is left out? So division is repeated subtraction. So the first day I spend rupees 7 from rupees 42 and I have rupees 35 which is left in the bank. Like that, if I check, 42 divided by 7 equals 6. And so I can spend for 6 days and nothing is left out. No money is left out after 6 days. The next word problem. I have 11 candies and I have to distribute these among 2 boys such that each gets same. So in short, I divide 11 by 2 and 2 goes 5 times in 11 with remainder 1. So in short, each boy gets 5 candies and 1 candy is left out. 11 candies and 2 boys, each should get the same. So I divide 11 by 2 and I can write 11 equals 2 times 5 plus 1. So each boy gets 5 candies and 1 candy is left out.